So a huge week, Marie, for Amazon. And for the first time, fans are going to have to log on to Amazon Prime Video to see this big game on Thursday nights. Does this seem like a turning point to you in sports broadcasting?
Absolutely. I mean, look, honestly, I think this will be as big as when the NFL went to cable back in 1987. We know how NFL games legitimized and grew the cable business, and we think the same thing can happen for streaming.
So you led negotiations for this $13 billion 11-year deal. It is a massive deal. How did you convince the NFL that Amazon was the place to be?
Right. Well, the NFL cares a lot about scale and reach, and we've got that. We've got that better than any other streaming service. They also care about production, and they knew we showed in Europe, and we also showed by our work in the US that we can produce the best broadcast for fans. It's incredibly important to them. And one of the most exciting things for me is they care about innovation. The NFL has been able to stay top of mind for sports fans for decades because they innovate and they move forward and they have that confidence. And that was one of the biggest tenets in our deal with the NFL. We agreed to push each other and to continue to push each other on innovating on behalf of sports fans. And it's something that's personally really exciting and something that really excites the team.
What are your goals with audience numbers? I understand we've got this Wall Street Journal number that you're expecting 12.6 million viewers. Is that correct? I also understand the typical viewership is more like 16.5 million. Are you hoping or thinking that you can get there or bigger?
Right. Well, our number one focus is delivering the absolute best broadcast for fans. And the trends are in our favor. Everyone knows that more and more fans, particularly sports fans, are moving to streaming. This won't happen overnight. This is an 11-year deal, but we feel really strongly that if you start with fans, you serve the fans, they will come. And so we're excited. We had our preseason game 2 weeks ago, and the reaction from fans was just fabulous. And we're really excited to get on the field this Thursday.
Thursday, the Chargers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Talk to us then about how this benefits Amazon more broadly. What's going to be your measure of success? Is it driving audience numbers? Is it driving more Prime memberships? Is it getting more customers to buy more Amazon products?
Yeah, absolutely. So I hate to sound repetitive, but at Amazon, we start with customers. I call them sports fans. And so, number one, we think we can serve sports fans better. We can serve customers better. But if we wouldn't be in this if we didn't think we could improve the experience and make it better for fans. But absolutely, as you said, Emily, there are great business opportunities here. Number one, Prime Video is a membership service, so we can attract more members to Prime. There are plenty of people who have Prime who maybe haven't streamed video on Prime Video. And then there are other folks who come in for Thursday Night Football and find things like Lord of the Rings. So we think particularly in the Prime membership opportunity is huge. We think that opportunity is huge for us. And, we haven't even talked about advertising. Advertising, this is a game changer for advertising at Amazon. We have a very strong business already, but you can't beat, this is the most premium video advertising inventory out there. So it's a huge game changer for us in terms of advertising.
So how do you plan to leverage targeted advertising and do some things differently that maybe a traditional network wouldn't be able to do given all of the data and other ways you have to reach your customers?
Right. Well, I would start with, we've done a deal with Nielsen. So we actually are the first streamer to do a deal with Nielsen. So we'll have ratings every week. So we think that's really important because that is what advertisers and the industry follows, are Nielsen ratings. On top of that, as you say, we have first party data, and we'll use that data not only to measure our fans and to serve them better, but also to serve advertisers better. We can actually use that first party data to make the advertising more relevant and more targeted and more directed. So it's an incredible opportunity.
Now, talk to us about the experience. Is there going to be a pregame show, a halftime show, sideline reporters? How is this going to be different than a traditional network experience?
Right. So first of all, we start with the basics. We have the best broadcast. We think we will have the best game broadcast in the business. I mean, well, I've been in sports 20 years, and you always have to remember it starts and ends with the game. So we've got iconic broadcasters like Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit. We've got Kaylee Hartung on the sidelines. This will be the absolute broadcast. We've got more cameras than anybody. So when you turn on your big screen television or whatever device or on every piece of glass, whatever you watch the game, you can sit back and relax and enjoy that huge big screen experience. But on top of that, as you mentioned, Emily, we're an OTT service, so we're not satisfied with that. The bar for us is really high. We want to innovate. So we're going to offer all sorts of innovation and customized experience for fans. We'll have alternate feeds. You can watch the game. You can sit down and watch with your family and watch the Dude Perfect. Or you can explore our X-ray experience, which is actually, without ever leaving the game, you can see all sorts of data and statistics and replays. The point of X-ray is actually to put the tools that normally you have to wait for a producer or director to say, oh, let me see that replay. Let me show you some extra stats. We're going to put that in the hands of fans. And then, of course, we have all the content around the game. So we have pregame, postgame. We'll have a great late night show. And we've got the best talent in the business there. We've got Carissa Thompson. We've got Hall of Famer Tony Gonzalez. We've got two guys right off the field, Richard Sherman and Ryan Fitzpatrick. They're going to be amazing. The conversation these guys have, they were on the field with these guys just last year. So they'll take fans literally inside the thinking of the players on the field. And then we've got a great surrounding cast. And then we're also going to offer the game and the programming on Twitch. Remember, we have Twitch, which is an incredibly young interactive audience. And, Twitch is all about watching with your community. So we're excited. We're going to expand the communal nature of sports through Twitch. And then on top of it, we've got some shows during the rest of the week. So we are going to surround fans all week. And as you can tell from my excitement, we're just thrilled to get going.
I assume you've got some contingency plans. Are you sure all cable fans are going to be able to find the game? Are you planning for any kind of onboarding issues or an onslaught of onboarding issues potentially?
Absolutely. So we're on every piece of glass, as I mentioned. And if you come to any Amazon service, you're not going to be able to miss this game. And it'll be seamless and it'll be easy. But also, we've got great third-party marketing, too, to also help you. But of course, we're prepared. We've done this in Europe. We've done this in other places in the U.S. We actually have all sorts of online tools, and we're old school. We also have phone numbers you can call. And we actually put extra people on hand because we know that it's incredibly frustrating when you call sometimes when you call those services and you don't get an answer. We will have literally thousands of people ready to take those phone calls if needed. So we're incredibly excited. We've been preparing for this for years. This is really hard work and it's really complicated, and we've been building towards it for years. We think we're the company, no other company is in position to serve a game like this to a concurrent audience like we're going to experience this season.
So the big question, of course, then is what next? Is Amazon planning to bid on any of the remaining college sports rights or the NBA? What else do you have coming?
Well, obviously, I can't talk about specifics, but what I can tell you, Emily, is we approach everything from the sports fan perspective. So the first thing we do is we say, how do fans consume this content? Is there a way we can do better? Is there a way we can serve those fans better? And of course, then what can we do differently? And does it make sense for us? So there's literally, I can't really think of any sports rights we don't look at. I mean, we're in business with the NFL. We're in business with the Yankees. We provide local games exclusively in New York. So we're excited. The partners who are willing to come with us are the ones who are forward-focused, fan-focused, and really want to go, as the old Wayne Gretzky, want to go where the puck is going, not where it's been.
So last quick question. I know you used to work at ESPN. Amazon has a huge content budget. I wonder if you're also thinking about making new sports content. I believe you were involved in the 30 for 30 series, and maybe original sports documentaries and other ways that you can build out Amazon as a big player in where you go to see things about sports.
Absolutely. So we've already started that, Emily. We've got a series, All or Nothing, that we've done in the U.S. and Europe. We've got great success with that. And actually, 5 months ago, we started a separate sports group. In my group, we're hiring or staffing up if any young filmmakers out there want to come work with us. So we're excited. We think when you have that additional content, not only is it valuable on its own, we have a high bar, we want it to be excellent content, but it also engages fans more with the athletes and the teams that then we show on live events. It's a really great ecosystem to get going. And we found that in Europe, when we have our all or nothings on the Premier League teams, we notice that those fans understand and appreciate those players and those teams even more when they understand what they've gone through and seen behind this and seen behind the scenes.